And now live from Laurel, Maryland, USA, the home of the National Security Agency, it's snack time.
Hey, welcome to Snack Time. Because of public demand, the letters have been pouring in. That's right, we're bringing back another tale about Nigger White Opie. Nigger White Opie is part of the duo of my cousins known as Nigger White Opie and Nigger White James. Well, Nigger White Opie, a.k.a. Charlie, for those in the know, he was really very close to me when we were younger. Basically, he was like my best friend. And I don't know if it's uncool to have your cousin be your best friend, but it was so. And it was vacation time, and every summer, for about 3 or 4 summers, my Uncle Terry, we're not blood relatives, he kind of married into the family. Not that there's anything wrong with you, Uncle Terry. If you're watching, you're a great guy. But Uncle Terry would pile us into his kind of huge station wagon made of this fake wood siding, and it was painted this horrible kind of mustard yellow with this kind of green trim. And it'd be Charlie, it would be Uncle Terry, be myself, and to round out the trip, to flesh out the characters in today's saga, also accompanying us would be Patrick and Kimberly. That's right, little Patrick and little Kimberly are my little cousins who were at the time 6 years old. I should have known that I was dealing with a dysfunctional carload of relatives when we were crossing the bridge. I think it's a Key Bridge to get toward Ocean City, because that's where we were going, to the beach. They said, "Terry, look!" And I turned around, and there, my 6-year-old cousins, Patrick and Kimberly, were French kissing each other. I mean, they had their tongues literally down each other's throats. I mean, it was if Quentin Tarantino had been popular back then, I think that he would have found this humorous in that dark way. They were just tonguing each other's, and they had their hands behind each other's necks, and they were like, and then they started cracking up while they were still kissing. They're like, and I looked over at their father, Uncle Terry, and he was laughing. He was like, ah! And I was a little grossed out. And then I looked closer, and Uncle Terry went, "Oh, God, the sun is bright." And he took out a pair of sunglasses, and he put them on. And they were those dark lens sunglasses. And one lens was really dark, and the other lens was non-existent. So you could see one of his eyes, and you couldn't see the other. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my family. Anyway, we got to Ocean City, and Charlie and I fell in love. We were both the same age at the time. Let's see, if they were 6, Charlie and I would have been about 11 or 12, kind of right there in puberty, pow, right on the thresholds of growing the hair and what have you. And we fell in love with this girl named Lisa. Oh, Lisa was beautiful, and her family and her had a room at this hotel called the New Orleans Court, this really cheesy white trash motel. They made the Bates Motel in Psycho look like a really modern pleasure cruise. This hotel was run down. It was painted the most horrible color of powder blue. It looked like a man's tuxedos in the 1970s. And it had a trim that didn't match. It was like an orange trim, and it was 2 stories with this really dirty pool and a security guard who took care of what? I don't know. Lisa and her family would come to New Orleans Court, and they had the same room every summer, and Lisa was hot. Yeah, Lisa was like 16 years old, and when you're a 12-year-old boy, 16 years old is all the grown woman you need. I mean, she had boobs, and she was stuffed into this little, like, tasseled white trash bikini that was white leather, and it was covered with rhinestones, and oh, if piercings had been in, she would have had that little, belly button pierced. Well, she knew that as 12-year-olds old, we had crushes, so she would flirt with us. She'd be like, "Hi, Terry. Hi, Charlie. What you guys doing?" And she'd lay out and put lotion on. We were just getting little erections in the pool. I mean, we were excited, having to cover our swimsuits up. Anyway, one day we're trying to get her attention, and we started making fun of each other in the pool. I was like, "Hey, Lisa, did you know that Charlie has buck teeth and blah, 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 braces, whatever?" And then Charlie's like, "Hey, Lisa, did you know Terry was a bedwetter till he was like 3? And we were just really trying to get each other looking bad. And she's like, "Oh, my gosh, you two are crazy." And then we started really fighting. We started dunking each other. And then I punched him in the pool, and I saw his face light up, and I knew that Charlie was going to attack. Yes, so I jumped and started swimming. I started swimming for the ladder. I was swimming as fast as I could. I got out of the pool and turned around, and it was just like the movie Jaws. Charlie, like a shark, was coming out of the water in slow motion. I reeled my leg back, and before I knew what I was doing, I kicked Charlie in the nose so hard that blood splattered out of his face. I mean, I don't know if I broke it or what, but blood splattered every direction. And then I knew I was dead. So in slow motion, all I could hear was the sound of my own breathing. I went, I started running, and I knew I had to get up to the second floor to that room if I was to live. So I started running. I flipped my body over the railing, which was like 3 feet off the ground, and I could hear his breathing on my neck. I could feel and I could hear the blood hitting the cobblestone as he was chasing me in droplets, and he was going to kill me. If he had caught me, he would have killed me. Yes, blood relative, yes, but bloody relative even worse. So I start running up the stairs. I'm grabbing the handle. And then I remember Uncle Terry's in the room and the door is locked. And the room is right at the top of the stairs, but the door is locked. He's right behind me. So I start screaming, Uncle Terry, open the door! Open the door! And I turn around and yes, I kick Charlie again, this time in the chest, and he grabs the railings, and just as he's reeling to recover, I run up the door, I start pounding, and it's still locked. I can see through the curtain that he's watching TV. I don't know if he was watching pornos or what, and I was like, Uncle Terry, open the frickin' door! And I can hear Charlie's feet slapping up the staircase. And Uncle Terry is eating a powdered donut in the dark living room of the hotel, and he gets up and he starts scratching his butt. I'm like, Uncle Terry, please, for the love of God, open the freaking door. And just as he's opening the door, I feel Charlie's just fingers brushing my back. He opens the door. I pop myself in, practically knock my Uncle Terry onto like the sofa bed, and I'm starting to close the door, and Charlie's arm shoots through the door, blood all over his fingers, and he is reaching for me, just reaching. And I take my foot, and this is a true story, people. I'm holding the door back, and he's just overpowering me. I go into the bedroom, and I lock the door, and that's right, I literally shimmied off the balcony, and that's how I got away. Oh.